If you've been watching the show recently, you might have seen a certain host sneezing and sniffling and coughing and all of those things. That's not Ashley, it's me, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are having some of the same symptoms because it's allergy season and you're looking a lot like that lady.
Yes, exactly. And at any point in your life, you could develop allergies.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So herbal information specialist Jonathan Evans from the Herbarium in Chicopee joins us to show you herbal ways to fight this, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, right now especially, go out and take a look at your cars. Everybody has a green car out in your parking lot. Okay, this stuff is amazing, and it's because this winter we had very, very cold weather, wet and everything else, so it delayed the grasses, the trees, things that are supposed to burst this week and then something else next week. Didn't happen. It all showed up at once. People are just getting hammered by this. People are coming in with they think they've got headaches, and all of a sudden they're getting these coughs, the nasal thing, migraines. Most of it is not an illness. Most of it is a reaction to the pollens and the allergens. So some very simple things that can be done. A lot of folks are familiar with neti pots, which is you fill it and you pour it through.
I'm actually not familiar at all. You what?
You pour it through your nasal passages, and it helps to flush out and wash out the pollen.
It sounds dangerous.
No.
Okay.
Not
It's
at all.
scary. It's like a roller coaster ride for your nose.
Yeah. If you do it right, it works beautifully. If you do it wrong, it's like going into the pool and getting water up your nose, but we teach you how to do that.
Okay.
Old-fashioned remedies, the old sinus blaster type of, I'm sorry, not the sinus blaster, the old-fashioned remedies, combination of herbs that are there to help with the inflammation, to cut down on the histamine response. Before we got fancy schmancy and learned about all this other stuff, these are the things that we used to depend on. Mullein. Now feel this. Just take a pinch of that.
What is this?
Mullein. Mullein is helps to reduce the inflammation. It's very soothing for the throat, for the bronchial passages. Isn't that soft?
Now, are these things you would make in a tea?
You'd make that into a tea, yeah. So it would help with the lung thing you were talking about earlier, but it's also very soothing and easy on the nasal passages, the respiratory system. Good old-fashioned turmeric, anti-inflammatory on just about everything.
Turmeric's hot right now. Everybody's saying it's a cure-all. Just put it in your everything.
Yeah,
I know someone
we'll
who
discuss
puts it
that.
in their peanut butter sandwich because it doesn't really have a huge taste.
Yeah, well, no, but the only problem with that is the stuff they're putting in doesn't have the medicinal effect.
Oh, so
this is the problem.
Stuff.
You have to get the right. You have to know what you're buying.
Nettles.
Old-fashioned nettles. Nettles is a natural antihistamine. It's been used for everything from arthritis to lung problems. It's very nutrient dense, and it actually contains histamine and serotonin. Believe it or not.
Wow.
And that's what it looks like in the wild. We have a picture.
Yeah, it's
right
a beautiful plant. Unfortunately, stinging nettles. It's very painful.
That's not so
the name
not so good.
describes it well. Let's talk a little bit
Local honey.
But it's an old wives' tale, but it's actually true. Raw,
it's not a wives' tale.
Natural honey.
That's why there's old wives. It works.
Because they're right.
It's honey. Honey, real honey, local honey, not only contains the pollens of the area that you're probably allergic to, but it also still contains some of the pollen in there. So in eating it, what you're doing is desensitizing yourself. It's helping to get either build up your immunity to the allergens or decrease your reaction, one or the other. For people who are having difficulties with, especially right now, one of the best things we've seen is really quick anti-inflammatories, things like quercetin, bromelain, good old-fashioned vitamin C, or that combination of the three does a beautiful job. Anti-inflammatory, thins mucus, cuts down the histamine response, cuts down the mucus production, and it's fast-acting.
Now, there's a lot, I mean, you're talking about a lot of different things here. Do all of us need something different depending on our symptoms, or can pretty much...
It depends. If you're the type of person who, I mean, right now, everybody is just, anything you can use is going to be helpful.
Whatever you get your hands on, just shovel it in.
That's it. You know, I grew up having hay fever, so in the fall was my worst time. This is where I would use things like this, or maybe the ALLERGYs. People right now, for the springtime, the things that work the best are really the quick anti-inflammatories, the quercetin, the bromelain, the vitamin C, MSM, which is a sulfur compound. It's an anti-inflammatory. It also helps the allergens be removed from the cells.
And then there's also, I think this is interesting.
Homeopathics, yes. For people who may be on different medications and they're concerned about interactions, homeopathics are the answer, the quickest answer, because they're very dilute ingredients. You do not have an interaction. You can drink that whole bottle or spray that whole thing in your mouth. Nothing's going to happen except you're going to get relief. And again, some of these companies are designing it so it's specific for this region. Some
Perfect.
indoor, outdoor allergies.
There we go. Well, this is a lot to start with, Jonathan. Thank you so much. You're always
Always a
full of
pleasure.
wonderful, helpful information.